You can't. Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming and welcome back to the channel. Sorry about that. Let the real video begin. Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Man, it just took 4 stamina to attack the fugitive at level 5. And interestingly enough, if you don't beat the fugitive, well, this isn't interesting, this is lame. If you don't beat the fugitive, whoops, clicked on the wrong thing. If you don't beat the fugitive, you actually don't get your rewards. In order to get these, you actually need to beat the fugitive. This is why, even though I'm already on League 5, I still only have, wait for it, I still only have 1 cell of this new monster. Can you believe that? If this was a maze, I would have had the monster by now. But no, it is the bounty hunt, and I only have 1 cell, and I'm in League 5. Because other than the very first bounty, or the very first league, that was the only one where we killed the monster. After that, we've just been promoted and promoted and promoted because I'm always in the top 3. I think right now I'm actually in first. So the funny thing about this is that you're actually, according to the rules, you're not supposed to be promoted if you don't beat the fugitive, but we're still being jumped up. But anyhow, I just wanted to start with that. This video, we're going to be going over some of your guys' thoughts on how this league could be improved better, or this event, because I think this event has potential. It definitely didn't go the way I think SocialPoint planned for it to go. Oh, did I already mention 4 stamina? A lot of this has to do with the stamina cost. It is ridiculous. 4 stamina just for attack. Okay, my goodness. So we're going to be looking at comments on here, and we're going to be looking at Discord as well. Okay, so sadly, it looks like the comments aren't loading on YouTube for whatever reason, so we're just going to be looking at Discord feedback. However, check this out. The fugitive escaped. So we're going to click continue, and so that'll make me leave the group, and then I'll be joining another random group, and you're going to see that whatever group I join, now I'm going to be in League 6. Welcome to the Bounty Hunt. You are in League 6. Go ahead and look at that. We are taking on Gorin again, and look, some players already started moving. How expensive. You know what I hate about this, and this is one of the feedbacks for sure? There's been so many times where I have accidentally misclicked on a tile just by looking at the leaderboard, and not only that, on my phone, when I play on my phone, there have been times where I'm just scrolling and I accidentally click. It is so annoying. So now I tell myself I'm always going to go all the way here. I'm going to try to click on the trees, and then if I want to look at the leaderboard, I can look at it. But yeah, it looks like we already got some details as to where the bounty is. It still costs 3 right now, so I'm not going to move until more players come in. But anyhow, this video is about looking at the feedback that you guys have said. And if you guys want to give feedback, make sure to join the official Monster Legends Discord. I will link it in the description. And click on the feedback tab and then post your own feedback. Okay, so let's get into this. We're just going to start from the most recent and we're going to go backwards. And let's see what players have been saying about the bounty hunt. This is not a suggestion, this is feedback. Because you know the channel is called General Feedback. My general feedback is that this is a great idea. I love it. Really excited to play this event. But the implementation is terrible. Costs are ridiculously too high. Completely agree. Lack of player involvement. Completely agree. It looks like right now what SocialPoint is doing is they are adding bots if they can't find enough players to fill the pool. So we do have actually bots playing with us, and they do move, but it's like once every certain hours. I don't know how often they move, but I have noticed if you look at the players in your league, some of them have 0 points, even though you do see their arrow every now and again. So those are bots. And the inability to communicate with other players in your league, this would be interesting. I don't know if you would want to communicate with them or not communicate with them, because you are working with them to beat the fugitive, but at the same time you're working against them. Really disappointing player experience. 100% agree. Like, he has 18 thumbs ups or 18 check marks. Alright, we need more incentives for active playing the bounty hunts. And honestly, you need to be able to actively play, so that comes to stamina. This event, as it stands right now, could be completed. Get Flameara without spending a ridiculous amount of gems. Yeah, right now, as I showed, I only have 1 cell, and the event is almost over. If there aren't so many parasitic players who just sit and wait for the fugitive to be found, honestly, we haven't even found the fugitive. Other than right now, we just on the recording from leagues 2 through 5 for me, I barely, like, we have not found the fugitive up until I just found it. So I don't even know if there's players that are just sitting waiting for it to be found. I think it's hard to find the fugitive. The map is huge and it costs too much. If there was more motivation to help find the monster and to attack him before he's almost dead, the event would go a lot better. Being able to chat with your teammates would probably help a lot. Yeah, so I think I'm still like, I don't know. I think it'd be cool, but at the same time, like, I don't know how useful it would be. So who knows? So I actually thought the bounty shop would have cells of monsters you like. The arrow shop and exclusive monster. I think there's a lot better than having random old mythics. I agree. The stuff you can buy really sucks, to be honest. But then I have to remember, oh shoot, you guys can barely see. I have to remember, not everyone is a long-term player. So maybe for this player, it's random old mythics and legendaries. But for newer players, someone that's playing Monster Legend for the first time, those are new mythics and legendaries. All right, which can't be unlike legendaries like Pumpseed and Terra and Thalassa. I won't say anything else, just repeating what everyone said 33 times. All right, let's see what Dragonlord says. I feel that the fugitive shouldn't have so much HP. It may seem great if there's a lot of active. 100% agree. I don't mind that the fugitive has a huge HP, but you need active players. You can't have huge HP without inactive players. That just doesn't make sense. It's no fun when no one is active most of the time. 100% agree with this. Let's see. Good job with placing a rank 1 Forsaken in the Tails challenge. Oh, this is something else. All right, let's see. Marley's book. That has to do with the book. A completely different. No, that's bounty hunts. All right, here we go. Here is a ton of stuff on the bounty hunts. I think bounty was a good concept. I agree with that. But there are a few things that stopped it from being fun. Stamina takes too long to recharge. 30 minutes is okay, but as you progress, one stamina means nothing. So yeah, there's different ways to interpret this, right? So the stamina recharge, 30 minutes is a long time. I think it should be cut down to like 10 minutes. But if SocialPoint doesn't increase the amount of stamina it costs to flip over a tile, for example 2 and 3, in that case, then 30 minutes is okay. So it just really depends. Like, you're either lowering the cost to flip a tile, or you're increasing the stamina recharge time. I think if SocialPoint wants to increase the amount of time that players are on their game, increase player retention, they should just reduce the stamina cost. That way players are logging in more frequently, which is good for their data, I would imagine. Keep the stamina cost the same. I'm in League 4 and can barely do anything. Yeah, so if you're above League 3, if you're League 3 and above, you do 3 tile flips, and then you have to wait an hour at least if you want to flip over one more tile. Most of the time you don't want to flip one tile at a time, so if you want to wait for everything to recharge, well, you have to wait 90 minutes for a 3 tile flip. So no, sorry, you have to wait 90 minutes for 3 stamina, which is 1 tile flip. So you're waiting like 5 hours, over 5 hours. It's not fun. But for the rewards, when the bounty hunt was unofficial and was just being tested, the rewards were insanely good. I always like the tile players. People had an easy way to get a rank 3 platypus free to play, and even a rank 5 if they grind like crazy. That's a little too good, right? I always like to say, do not ever reference anything with how it was in the beta testing or alpha testing, because it's not going to be like that. And the way I see this, like players getting a rank 3 platypus free to play, that's too good. That's too good. I agree though, they could be better. I think this should mimic other events, right? If this is replacing the maze, at the very least, bare minimum, players should be able to get the monster from the bounty hunt if they put in effort like they would in a maze, right? Tails events, players get it for 150 gems. Yeah, it costs gems, but honestly, there's so many ways to get gems, so I consider that free-to-play event. So at the very least, players should be able to get this monster free-to-play or minimum gems. Let's see, fugitives. The concept is cool, their health is extremely high, and the groups are inactive. Yeah, so that seems to be a reoccurring theme. Super high HP, and you have inactive players. Don't let the AI fight. I agree with this as well. I've had my AI battle, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Don't recharge. Why aren't you cleansing from White Walker, the damage mirror? That's going to kill me. I run double Megaton attacker form, so it is okay for my attacker to use extra turn skills. The AI doesn't let me use them, and it kind of ruins my whole battle strategy. Well, this guy, just keep in mind, you don't need double Megaton for the fugitives. They weren't doing a lot of damage. The AI probably wasn't doing it because the enemy has anticipation, so that might have been why. Inactive groups, yep. As I mentioned before, inactive groups are just terrible. Yeah, I agree with that. It's so annoying when you don't have active players. Let's see. Players actually get to use their brain more than watching the maze guide and doing it. I really like that SP made a new events. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not really playable. Bounty Hunt needs a confirmation. Yes! Yes, Trojan Cat Steve. Yes, confirmation. The amount of times I misclicked. So annoying. Half my tile flips were from accidentally brushing my finger on the screen or scrolling around the map. Agreed. The tiles along the bottom edges are partially blocked from view by the trees, so trees need to be cut down or cut back. Certain colors of arrows like black are very hard to see sometimes, so they need to fix that. I hate to ask for more rewards because SP sometimes give us amazing stuff in other events, but gold, food, and few legendary sells mythics not good. The only people impressed by those prizes are people in their first week. Yeah, so I think they need to have a balance, right? Something that is motivating to long-term players and also for the newer generation of players. But yeah, definitely agree. There needs to be a confirmation for tiles. For the arrows, I also agree because there have been times where I flipped over a tile and then I look and there was like a gray arrow and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was already telling me to go to the right, so why did I bother even clicking that? So I agree with that as well. Alright, let's see. I hate Bounty Hunt. It takes 3, oh, let me scroll a little down. It takes 3 stamina to move 1 time in League 3, and it takes 30 minutes to get 1 stamina. Make a timer of like 10 minutes. Hey, we're in agreement there. Next thing is that we can't choose our own strategies, the AI. So AI is coming up again. If we have 2 supporters, 1 attacker. Yeah, so what my advice for this, if SocialPoint doesn't change anything, is take it out into Adventure Map and then test it out and see what your AI does in Adventure Map. Because that's how I was able to get it in the turn order and the skills that I wanted. So I had to move some stuff around, but yeah. There's also too many tiles. League 1 is easy to find. The Fugitive, the higher you go up, it is harder. That I agree with as well. See, so this all really comes down to how active players are and how many are in your pool. Because if we have a big map, it honestly doesn't matter if it's a big map. If you have 10 active players and everyone is moving, that's awesome. So it's a balance between activity and the size of the map. Can we please get a higher cooldown on this channel? Alright, so that's not actually advice. You know, I'm concerned about the state of the game. Point wallet, I agree with that. The entire thing is my personal opinion. You can agree, disagree. Bounty hunt is great. Yeah, so see, I think this is a sentiment that a lot of players have. Great concept, terrible execution. In my eyes, I really thought SP was gonna show up on Monday and be like, hey guys, we are gonna fix this, but it hasn't happened. There's still days left in the week, but I don't know. In my eyes, this event would be an amazing as a solo event like a maze, but on a smaller scale. Ah, interesting. Make the play space smaller. You know what? This is actually a good idea. I like this. Make it smaller so it's not completely impossible for players, and reduce the stamina to 15 or have no increase in stamina cost. Yeah, frankly both. Obviously lower overall health. Yeah, I like this. This will give players an equal chance rather than having someone wait. Yeah, I like this. So this could be a team event or it could be a solo event, just making it smaller. That is a good suggestion. Alright, here, let me try to read through that. Okay, once the bounty fugitive is found, tile flipping should be disabled. So this forces people to help kill the bounty, as well as avoid accidental misclicks. I'm definitely down for avoiding accidental misclicks. I don't know, though, if it should be disabled, because another strategy could be you're just going trying to find the random chests by clicking random tiles. So I don't know. Because you could also get points just by finding the chest. Because what if you're a newer player and you have like level, I don't know, like level 50 monsters? You are not going to take a lot of damage from the fugitive. So for you, it's a better strategy to find those chests. Let's see. I already failed a League 5 bounty because only 3 of the 8 were helping to kill it. The rest were just spending their stamina looking for bags. It might have been the bots, though. You could have been in a situation with a lot of bots. Bounty didn't die before time ran out. Less than 5% health. Ooh, that was so close. Also, for the fugitive, health should be relatively low considering how many bots there were. For example, there are 2 bots in the bounty fugitive should be reduced by 20%. Ooh, that is a smart suggestion there. It is really smart. Alright, let's see what we have here. Listen to your community. There are many times. Alright, that's general. Okay. Ooh, look at this one. Make up for bounties hunts lacking reward with the time challenge for Flameara cells. Once the bounty hunt event ends, you'll get a certain amount of cells based on the league you finish in. For example, if you're League 1, 25, League 2, 50, 75, 100. In my personal opinion, I think it'd be cool if SocialPoint did this. I think they should just give 100 cells to everyone, regardless of what league you're in. Everyone, sorry for this event. We know we messed up. Everyone gets 100 cells. I think that would be a way that most players can be like, thank you. And yes, there's going to be the players that for some reason spent a bunch of gems buying bounty coins and all that. I don't know why you guys did that. You shouldn't have. I know there's maybe players out there that spent the $20 to get the monster. I don't know. I do see that it would be unfair. I don't think there's many players, though, that actually spent money for Flameara. I know there's players out there, but I don't think there's many. I think SocialPoint should give everyone 100 cells. I think that way everyone gets a monster. It'd be like a regular maze. And then hopefully everything is fixed for the next event. Alright, and I think if I keep reading through them, a lot of this advice or a lot of this feedback is stuff that we've gone over. I will be hated, but I think that the breeding parent... Oh no, that is something else. I think the feedback, Colonel Pit Maze, MMO's getting boring. Honestly, like, okay, let's see. Honestly, like they did a bounty hunt and the leaks people were testing look good. But after seeing the version for all players, it's just people were getting gems, a lot of cells, a lot of food. Yeah, once again, guys, I don't think it's fair to make a comparison to the testing because it was just testing. So that's like a null point for me. All right, let's see this event, this right here. Bounty hunt as it is now is garbage. There are a lot of ways to make this event better. Decrease time of stamina, make it a team event where you are playing with your own teammates instead of random players, because this way you could actually communicate with your own team, right? That's actually not a bad idea either. Like if you're in an active team, you guys will obviously get more rewards and you guys can communicate via Discord and everything. Increase the amount of featured monsters, cells, or bounty. Confirmation frequenting tiles, at least optional. AI should not control monsters. Yeah, so I think this is literally like a good summary of most of the feedback, which I definitely agree with. Oh look, we have Chin. Make a penalty for inactives and bounty. My pull can never find the boss and it takes a full day to move. Yeah. They should just like if someone doesn't move in like 5 hours, get rid of that person and put in someone else. Or if you're gonna put in a bot that actually moves. But yeah, guys. What I'm noticing is that a lot of the feedback is repetitive in nature, and I think that's because most of us feel the exact same way. So I'm hoping SocialPoint does do something. I'm hoping they respond. Hopefully not on Thursday when it's April Fool's Day and they're like, psych! But yeah, I'm hoping they give everyone Flameara cells, or they come up with something to make up for this. Because, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So let me know if you guys have any other thoughts that weren't expressed in this feedback. Let me know in the comments below. More importantly, join the Monster Legends official Discord so that you can give your own opinion, especially if you have some different opinions or point of views. Thank you guys very much, and remember to subscribe.